Biz Takeouts, the Biz Community marketing and media show on 2OV.fm.
Welcome back to Biz Takeouts. You had a couple of songs there. We are back and we're live. We've got in front of me, I've got Robbie and Evans, who are the new guys, really. Well, the new guys for a new magazine, not so much new guys in terms of publishing in South Africa. So we're chatting to Robbie Stammers about, they've recently announced that they're going to be launching a magazine called Foss Company South Africa. Foss Company was Magazine of the Year, I think, last year in America. It's one of my favorite sites. I try to get the magazine as much as I can. I think it is amazing. Robbie, welcome to Biz Takeouts.
Thanks, Warren. Lovely to be here.
Cool. I think let's start out, for someone who has no idea about Foss Company, what exactly is it? What is the magazine? What's it all about?
Foss Company is basically, they'd like to call it the most progressive media brand in the world. And it's a completely different take on business. It looks at it from a progressive, innovative, and creative perspective. So instead of it basically says that business doesn't need to be boring.
Yeah. And why South Africa? Because how many editions of Foss Company are there internationally? I think there's China, America.
There's only China.
Okay.
They have been in talks with Brazil, but we are the first, the second one since China, but we'll be the first English edition that'll be coming out globally.
Why South Africa? Like, you obviously did a great sales pitch, I take it, but also what said to them, let's go to Africa?
I've had my eye on Foss Company for quite some time. People like yourself who are involved in the creative side of business. A lot of my friends in creative or advertising or design were familiar with the brand. And I'd been involved in business magazines for most of my life.
Okay.
And I just found that there wasn't anything that was addressing a younger, hipper, more tech-savvy, creative audience.
Yeah.
While all the business magazines serve their purpose for sure in South Africa, they are rather bland or antiquated.
Very much management style, like that kind of thing.
Yes, very corporate suit.
Exactly. And this is
the complete opposite.
It's your creative.
Creative, your design, your innovative.
All of that.
All of that, and it's not just in your usual business attire. It's across entertainment, sport. You name it.
Yeah. Okay. And then talking about that, kind of every magazine's got content pillars, so like its focuses. What are the pillars for Foss Company? You've mentioned obviously creative, design.
Yes. Basically, it is anything that is inspirational, innovative, creative. Their two strongest pillars that they have as far as their themes of the year are concerned in the States are the 50 most innovative companies the 100 most innovative companies in the world and the 100 most creative people in the world.
Okay.
And we're going to be taking their model on how they get to those particular companies and people, and we're going to apply it to the local equivalent. So we'll be publishing, for example, our December edition will be the 100 most innovative companies in the world, and then we'll do the top 25 South African companies based on the same model.
Which leads me to my next question quite nicely is, how much international content versus local content are you guys aiming for? I take it you're starting out, there's going to be more international than local, but
yes,
it'll eventually shift. How do you see that working?
That's exactly right, Warren. What we're going to do is we're starting out with 60% international and 40% local. Okay. And, once we've got past our crawling, walking and running to a run, we're not going to take it too much further than that. We'll do a 50-50 split.
Okay.
But I think our main ambition between Evans and myself there is that it's all about a global village. And one of the other things that Foss Company brings to the table that, for example, a local business magazine would battle to do is they are having exclusive interviews with the CEOs of Nike, Amazon, Google, Facebook, these type of people that we all want to read about as well.
Exactly. Okay. There's a question from Twitter, and I'm sure you've heard this. This came through earlier this morning, and I'm sure you've heard this many a times. From my side, I love it when a new magazine launches in South Africa. The question was, is print dead? You're a brave man to be launching print in South Africa in the current state. What is going to make Foss Company succeed in SA?
Yes, no, I do get that all the time.
I'm sure.
And in fact, it is actually a question that I do enjoy answering. I was in New York a number of months ago to meet with the Fast Company team there.
Yeah.
And in the States, their print run is their circulation is 860,000 magazines a month.
Yeah, it's massive.
Which is quite staggering, a readership of 3 million.
Yeah.
And also with your own background, you'll know from a digital point of view, they are second to none.
Yeah, website monster.
Unbelievable. I mean, I think they've got something like 4 million Twitter followers.
Yeah.
But so I'm not ignoring the fact that there is a big digital online. We're also very excited about the future of mobile in South Africa with Fast Company. But effectively, print is far from dead. And if America, if we want to emulate the States, and they are still doing, a crazy print run of 1 million.
Yeah.
And that is still where effectively most of their readers are, most of their advertising spend. So I think all the doomsdayers who do actually say print is dead and everybody needs to move online, I'm taking my cue from the States, and that's the complete opposite of what they say. So hopefully we follow suit.
Exactly. Well, to me, it's all about the content. It's the platform is one element. It's the content which drives the passion and the reader behind it. So I think that to me is the winner. Obviously, launching. You said October. So
launching October. Yeah, we'll launch end of September with the October edition.
Cool. And business model wise, is it going to be subscription based? Is it going to be sold in store? Which way are you guys going with that?
We're going across the board. What we're doing is for the launch edition, we've had a wonderful a relationship that we've just built with the independent newspaper group, and they are looking at sending out to their to the dailies, obviously with the business report, the subscribers, and the weekend newspapers on a national level. They are hoping to send out the launch edition to every single one of those subscribers, and that's sort of over 50,000. So if we get that right, we'll be smiling.
Okay.
Otherwise, the other print run we're going to be doing would be 20,000 to begin with, and we've had a fantastic response from all the retail and bookstores.
Okay.
So that'll be our main thrust, and then subscription is going to be a big thing. Also, for the first 3 editions of this year, we're going to give it out free of charge to all the MBA students at all the graduate schools and business schools, that sort of thing.
So it makes perfect sense to me. Obviously, one of the big things when it comes to magazines, and it's that old don't judge a book by its cover, but magazines are judged by their cover. How important is the cover for Fast Company? And I take it you're going to be using international celebrities or business people. When I say celebrities, like Mark Zuckerberg's, like that kind of person of the world. How important is that cover for Fast Company in South Africa?
I certainly think while we're trying to launch the brand to those who are not familiar with it, who will be, the majority, it's going to be the big window to the mag. So we want to have the big names.
Okay.
Our launch edition, we're going to have Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
Everybody across every culture and creed and language knows Facebook.
Yeah.
So we thought that would be a good one to start with. And then we will be using a lot of the international guys. We've got Pharrell Williams.
Okay, yeah.
And then we've got the CEO of Nike and Serena Williams together. So it's those sort of characters.
You've got big guys.
Big guys,
there. And then obviously you've got your editor Evans. He's sitting here. He's got a cold, so he's not talking. He is smiling and nodding his head at most of the things you're saying. What does Evans bring to the party?
Evans and I actually worked together for a number of years ago, and he actually, about 5 years ago, interned for me, and everyone was so impressed with him that we snapped him up immediately.
Okay.
And so it was just a natural progression that we always said that one day again we'd work together. And he's a great editor, and he's also a lot younger than me, and we're trying to mix it up a bit.
Okay, cool. Keep it fresh as well. And then you mentioned obviously the magazine is one element of it. Digital is a big part of it, specifically for the international title. Is there going to be a South African specific Fast Company website, or is that on the cards, or is it kind of straight off the bat and it's going to be there?
No, it definitely is going to be there. It was something that we discussed with the States because, with a website, people can always just go to the Fast Company, fastcompany.com. But we thought about it, and we actually are doing, and we will launch fastcompany.co.za, which will have some of the American content and basically the same ratio as the magazine.
Yeah.
And we will have a full digital version for Android tablets, etc., of the Fast Company South Africa.
Cool.
And then next, I think in year 2, if everything goes as well as we hope it will, then we'll start looking into mobile, which is an exciting new area. And we'd like to emulate what they do in the States with Fast Company events, which they have, once again, also the who's who of the zoo, from entertainment to the same as Zuckerberg's. And
you're making me very excited. The Fast Company events is like on my bucket list. Like I want to get to one of those. Just can't get there. It's just Anyway, that makes me very excited. And then obviously Insights Publishing, which is your company, really.
Yes.
What's next for you guys? Because this is quite a big move. What's next on the cards? Have you guys started looking further down the road than Fast Company, or is that this is everything for right now?
Yeah, this is definitely everything for right now. We do the Intrepid Explorer magazine, which is a quarterly outdoor adventure travel mag with Cape Union Mart, and Fast Company being a monthly consumer mag is going to keep us very busy. So we're not going to commit to anything else, but we do have our eye on something, but that will be.
Far down the line. I'm sure. Okay, we are running out of time. So last couple of questions. Cover price, has that been decided yet? Is it?
Yes.
Can we talk about it?
Yeah, with pleasure.
Yeah.
It's going to be 35.
Okay.
So we didn't want to overprice it and we didn't want to undersell it. So we thought 35 is a fair
totally,
price.
Completely. Contact detail, if someone's interested in getting hold of either you or Evans to chat about the magazine, where can we go?
With pleasure. Our Twitter's at Fast Company SA.
Okay.
And you can reach us on Evans, EVANS, at fastcompany.coza, or Robbie, ROBBIE, at fastcompany.coza.
Sorry, say that again there, Evans?
Facebook.
Yeah. And Facebook. It sounds like Sylvester Stallone is in the...
Yes, we do have Fast Company South Africa on Facebook, and that has all the updates of what's going on.
Excellent. My last question for you. Who would win in an arm wrestle between the two of you?
I don't know, but we know we're going to try that after this.
Cool. I'll take photos. Evans, who do you think is going to take it?
Well, I've got flu, so.
Okay, we can always delay it. We can do it in the afternoon when you're feeling better.
When I'm fine, then we'll see.
Okay, cool. So we need to pick a winner. So it's going to be
for now, Robbie.
Okay, for now, just because of the way he's feeling.
Today, shame.
Cool, Robbie. Thanks, and Evans. Thanks so much for joining us. I think exciting times. Advertiser-wise, how's the response been from advertisers? I take it, did you guys look at that beforehand, or was that very much like, let's just do this thing and worry about advertising later?
Yeah, maybe it was a little sort of wag the dog, but I wasn't too concerned, because one of the, if there was one area that I knew that a lot of people would know the Fast Company brand from overseas, it's the agencies. Yeah. So, we've actually... It's been overwhelming, the response that we've had. People have been banging down our door, which normally is the other way around.
Yeah, I'm sure. And rate cards and all of that, that's all freely available on the site. You can go get it all the information there.
Absolutely.
If someone's interested in advertising. Cool. Thanks so much for joining us, guys.
Thanks very much for having us.
Yeah, exciting times. Good luck. Obviously, I'll keep a lookout. I'm very excited. As I said, it's one of my like go-to websites every morning before I get out of bed on my iPad. So yeah. Cool. Good luck.
Thanks so much.
Thanks for joining us. That has been our show for the day. Yeah, as I said, look, we jammed those guests in this morning. There is no Imbo live after this today. I'm not too sure actually who's coming on, but yeah, that has been Biz Takeouts. As you know, podcast on bizcommunity.com from tomorrow, and we'll see you next week, same time, same place. We are running up to our 100th show, which is in early August, and we're having a little event. If you are interested in coming to the Biz Takeouts 100th show event, pop me or a DM or a tweet just saying I want to go, and yeah, we'll see what we could do. So yeah, we'll leave you with a couple of songs, and we'll see you next week, same time, same place. Goodbye.